Hey guys, Corrupt Commish here. It's been a really exciting week this week between week one of the NFL season, the G Vegas season, and also all the off the field drama that this week held. You know, we have league rules in place that have been in place for several seasons now. People break the rules; they want to duck the punishment that's ensuing with those. I got a punishment this week, didn't complain about it, just accepted it, and decided to focus my efforts on the football field. And I would recommend that to anyone else that may be struggling with what to do right now. The unfortunate piece of that is that our extra effort in the football field didn't pan out for us. Really disappointing week. Playing Ricky's always tough. He got a new logo, by the way. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You know, his team was being boosted by a visit to the Kansas State Fair, which we just didn't have. It's not that time of year for South Carolina just yet. And you know, week one historically for us, always difficult. So between those two things, you know, we figured it might be a difficult matchup, but I didn't expect it to be this poor. The good news is that we still outscored the third best team in the league, Big Bad Brad the Bot. And so if we outscored him, that really means that we're at least second in the league still. But then again, we also outscored Rory, so we might still be the best team in the league, even though we lost to Ricky. So I'll figure that one out. We'll do that mental gymnastics later. But I think we have a strong case to be made that we might be the best team in the league. On the positive side, I want to highlight a few people. CeeDee Lamb, 3 big drops, still finished with 16 points, 13 targets in the day. JSN, 13 targets, 15 points with a fumble. So I think I've got some really strong potential there to be hitting 20-point weeks with my 2 star wideouts. Behind them in the flex spots, Bill Krosky. had a little bit of uncertainty with him heading into this week. He also put up 16 points, 82 yards, touchdown, just incredible. Really, really happy with him and thrilled that he's a part of the Golden Reaper this year. And then Cedric Tillman as well. Finished with 14 points. I feel like we've got some good weapons there. But we were let down elsewhere. TJ Hawkinson, 3 points. Not good enough. Got to improve. Swift, 10. It's okay. Travion Henderson, we expected it might be a little bit of a slower start of the season. He finished with 8 points. Not great, not terrible either. A big area that we lost this matchup is in the trenches. Ricky dominated the trenches. His D-line, outstanding, combined for 18 points. My team, my 3 D-linemen combined for 7.5. So we got dominated in the trenches there. We lost by a total of about 20 before factoring in the 10-point deduction. So half of that 20 came on the defensive line. So we know that we got to hit the practice field there. I fired our D-line coach already this season. I'm not overreacting. You can ask Brad. These types of things are normal. It's normal to, lose faith in your team about 19 minutes into the season. So we're just following in his footsteps. He was getting dominated by Jose in the college football tournament, down 7-0 in the first quarter. Somehow found a way to win after being dominated. So we're trying to emulate that success right there. Blake Cashman getting hurt, 2 points for him. Our defense was okay. It was pretty average. It was better than the Panthers' JV defense that they put out there against Jacksonville. The biggest position that I'm worried about on this team is quarterback. Okay, Bryce Young Nix was drafted as a Lenora Sellers regen. That hasn't happened. He hasn't looked anything like Lenora Sellers. In fact, he's looked a lot more like Cade Klubnik. They both wear orange. Bo turned the ball over, I think 3 times on Sunday. And my backup QB, Bryce Pouty Young, there's things that I want to say here that I can't since this is being recorded right now. Also, 3 turnovers, 5 points for him, 5 points for Bo. I really had high hopes for this season. The Panthers ended last season really well. I'm already done. I'm over it. I'd rather have Tua. At least there's reasons to explain why he didn't perform well. But we ended the season so strongly, and all of that momentum that Dave Canales and Bryce Pouty Young had heading into this season are over. It's all gone. It's all run out after getting blown out by Jacksonville and only putting up 10 against the second worst defense in the league last season. We were the worst. And in fact, we were the worst in NFL history, and we don't seem much better. But when you keep the defensive coordinator that led the worst defense in NFL history, I don't know why you'd expect different results. So we're really disappointed with this week, really disappointed in Bo Nix in particular. He lost his matchup with Baker Mayfield by 25 points. That right there cost us the game by itself. So there is hope for our team. I feel okay about some of our pieces, but we need Sean Payton to get Bo Nix rolling. I know the Titans were in a great week 1 matchup while offenses are still finding their rhythm, but we're counting on Bo to get 20 points per game, and really Bryce as well. Although it looks like we're pretty close to having a Kirk and Trevor Lawrence repeat from last season. So right now there's a little bit of worry, but we're getting to practice this week. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting, and I am excited for what the rest of the season is going to bring. I can assure our fans, our players, and our staff that we are not giving up on this season, and we're going to be charging into week 2 with a vengeance. Okay, so we're going to be hitting the practice fields extra. We're going to be having some of the best work that we've ever put in as a program this week as we prepare for our week 2 matchup. It's against the defending champ Rory, and I want the guys to feel a level of motivation in that, and there's a level of pride in that too. We can take him. He's the defending champ. We're about to knock him out. So everybody, best of luck. Stay strong. Keep fighting. And most importantly, stay vaxxed.